There's a few. There's a lot of people that come and they...
Hey, how you doing? Welcome back. I'm back, and I think we're on the road to recovery. I got the new fans installed in my computer up here in my office that I use to do YouTube videos, and it seems to be cooling pretty cool. That was a major failure. 2 cooling fans in this computer, factory built. Didn't build this one myself. And I guess they were just low quality. And I think over time, one failed, and they don't take much resistance to not run. And both of them eventually were hitting their chassis for the fan and just stopped spinning. And I think it had been that way for maybe a week or so, and there was just enough cooling from the CPU cooler to keep things running okay until the room got kind of hot and then it shut down. Anyway, so that's working now. So I'm back on that computer, back up in my office. I'm running the latest version, I think, of SDR Uno 1.32. And I love this program and that SDR. I'm using the Duo for scanning the specifically HF bands. Most radios, standalone radios, such as some of the Texan radios that have the scanning feature on HF, for instance, where it will scan and save, and then you can go back. They don't do a very good job because they're looking for very strong signals, number one, and you have no adjustment on the level at which it will stop on a signal. And so it's not very effective. And that's always been the case for the HF band. But I've got to say, using this RSP Duo and the SDR Uno scanning feature works pretty darn good. It works almost as good as your standalone VHF UHF scanner. And I'm going to show you this for a second. And the other thing about it is you can set up these banks with frequencies in it to have it scan. Now, I did this originally using the huge EIB database for all frequencies. And then I started editing down, and I had some of my users were helping me edit down to a reasonable size. And then Mike Ladd, who does YouTube videos for SDR Play, he started doing that, and he started making some of these databases, and a bunch of these down here are his, that he's done. These two up here, which is the 31 meter band, plus or minus a few megahertz, a little beyond the 31 meter band, that I put together from the EIB big database. And then here's a 49 meter, which is the one I'm using right now. And I think if I look through what I've got loaded here, now here's the EIB. I got a couple of them EIB files that I played with initially, and like I say, some of my subscribers helped me, and it's the entire thing, which really not that useful. You need to really break it down. So I'm on the 49 meter database, which has been fixed. And when I say fixed is, if you go and get the EIB database, it will have a whole bunch of duplicates. And the reason there's duplicates in there is it lists each of the shows at a given frequency. So like I'll just pick a frequency, like this right here, 55.935. A particular station that uses that frequency could have in the EIB database multiple listings of all the different shows that come on during the day or during the week. So you get all this duplication. So one of my subscribers went through, he was very good at Excel, and he removed all those duplicates, so there was only one entry for each frequency for each station. And then there was a little quirk about that, because there was something about one of the columns in the database had some notation in it, and it confused SDR Uno when you brought that database into SDR Uno. So I fixed that. It wasn't that bad. So now I have a nice clean 31 meter and 49 meter database. Actually, I marked this one 31 meter no fixed. I don't know what it even says, but maybe I haven't finished that one. Anyway, so now I got this in. I've loaded the 49 meter band, and I can now scan. So I'm going to do the scan right now. We'll see how it goes. That's some noise. There's the station. Come on, get on something useful.
It's a perfect harmony. But please don't
now
tell
I
me
can
you don't need it,
pause.
because that's when I probably will need to pray for you more.
And you can see that.
So don't forget that lesson. And don't forget that Satan's always looking for an opening. And there'll be plenty of people that after I've just said this will say, yep.
I got to stop. Then I have control again, and I can mute it. So there it found that station. It's pretty good signal. Now, what I don't quite understand is why it's on this odd frequency because that frequency is not in this database. Matter of fact, I'll look down here. It's 5931. I take that back. It is. Okay. So there are frequencies around the big one that it found. So it stopped at the edge of this big signal. And so it was off tune, but in the database at that frequency, 5931, is a Russian spy number station. Not always on, and apparently it's not on right now, but at 5935 is probably what I'm hearing. But that's not totally accurate, because what is not in this database is the same frequency. There's a station in the United States in Nashville, and it's not in this database. So that would kind of give you a little false indication it did to me. I thought, I'm receiving China radio really loud and clear. Well, no, it's a station from Nashville. So you have to treat these entries from the EIB database with a grain of salt, because these things are changing daily. Stations are changing their schedules. They're dropping off the air. So you just kind of, treat it with a grain of salt. So what I did is, when I saw 5935 being the China radio, I thought, that's awful strong. So I went to the internet on short-wave.info, put in that frequency, and there were a couple of stations that broadcast on that frequency in his database, and one of them being that one in Nashville, Tennessee, and that's what that is. So that's, you just have to keep that in mind. You know, it's when you're dealing with shortwave radio, you got to kind of just think about things. What are you doing? What are we receiving? So here is, the other thing is you're looking at the spectrum. Unlike if you're using a Texan radio, all you can hear is the audio. So if there's weak signals there that it's not catching, you don't see them. You don't know it. You're going to miss them. But here, it shows these other signals. Like here's some that's really weak, but it might be an interesting signal. So that's the beauty of using these SDRs and SDR software. And like I say, when they added this scan feature to SDR, to me, now it's my main system, my SDR Duo or my SDR Play One. You don't have to have a Duo. Play One, which is just over $100. Especially when reception is not good for shortwave. This is how you can find signals using a program like this, using an SDR. Now you can use the RTL-SDR dongle, which is $25. Won't do as good a job on HF. It does an excellent job on VHF and UHF. Not quite as good as a RSP1 or Duo or 1A, whatever. And I'm not here to advertise the RSP Play products. I'm just here to show you what you can do if you have one. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. But like for instance, again, Mike did most of these down here. And like for instance, he's recently been doing videos on receiving facts, weather facts on the HF bands. And he created, and I'm going to click on it, he created this database of frequencies that are used for transmitting on the HF band these weather charts, satellite pictures, whatever, which you can listen to and decode with some free decoding software. And just for grins, to end up this show, I'm going to scan this. And these are throughout the United States. So we're going to scan it and see if any of them are active right now and I can hear them. So here we go. So now it's scanning. You can see right here in this window which one it's on. And it doesn't. Nope. Nope. It does it really fast. See if I can. I'm going to let it run for a few minutes, or not minutes, a few seconds, and see if it can capture one. And of course, you know, they're on different times of the day, so they may not be on right now, or they're too far away. I believe Mike Ladd. Okay, I'm going to stop. I think Mike Ladd, he's in Florida across on the other side of the state. I think he's copying the ones that are coming out of New Orleans. I did hear kind of weak their transmission about an hour ago. So they're still on the air, so to speak. Some of these have gone off the air. Ones that I've tried for years to capture is these Japanese news agency transmissions, which are, it's like a newsletter in Japanese, and it's a facsimile of the newsletter. I've never been able to capture one of those. Anyway, that's it. If you have any questions about this, just leave a comment, or you can send me an email to trrs73@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the show, and have a great day. Bye-bye. Oh, I hope this worked because I'm still struggling with the audio thing on Windows 10, and so I'm having to use headphones to listen to the audio as I'm recording, because otherwise, if I got my speakers on, the speakers are playing the audio of me, and it feeds back, and what a nightmare. So I temporarily got that solved, but I have to wear headphones. Bye-bye.